Okay, so good day sa inyo ha. We are on the topic of courtship, marriage, and family. Anyway, props to my students last semester sa Gender and Society, uh, tourism students, hotel and hospitality management students, and medical technology students for making the PowerPoint that you're seeing right now. Okay, so courtship is the stage preparatory to marriage. So, by the definition lang, guys, courtship would be dili siya ang pagpanguyab manggod is iyahang goal is towards marriage gid. Dili siya for dula-dula. Dili siya for fling-fling, no. You don't play with emotions. So kana lang pud. I know it there could be chances nga madala mo sa emosyon, but then again, courtship, ang goal sa courtship is always towards marriage, no. So inana, no. So in many cases, in many societies actually, the consent of marriage, basically ang iyahang process is lalaki towards sa babae. It's always the lalaki nga manguyab in many cases because ang babae man gyud ang mamili. It falls, ang weight falls on the responsibility sa babae to choose si kinsay ang gusto minyuan, because walay, it would be her life that would be drastically mausab, no. So kana even in the animal kingdom, it's it's always ang lalaki in most cases nga ga pursue sa females. So inana, no. Okay, so stages of courtship, it has its stages. No, bear in mind that the stages of courtship nga ipasabot diri are Western. No, it doesn't necessarily reflect ang ato ang way of courtship diri. But anyway, so dating, we have dating. In this stage, the man and woman are provided opportunity to form friendly relations. No, getting to know each other is the primary aim of dating. So you get to know. Going steady would be dating one person exclusively. Like it's like across the range of options that you have for a future na mate. No, you're going to choose one that you will be exclusively investing time on getting to know to. So kana. And then we have private understanding. Now, the man openly declares his love and affection for the woman and his desire to have her for a wife. So, given that, basically, it's already given that this part, no, dili siya uyab-uyab lang. It's made clear that the idea of courtship is the the goal of courtship is towards marriage, kid. And then we have engagement, no. So engage sila, so they let their relatives know, and then so and so on. So that's stages of courtship. And after that, we have the stage of the marriage stage, no. So marriage is legally recognized social contract between two people, traditionally based on sexual relationship and implying a permanence of union. So that, no. uh, the idea here is it's a social contract, no. So you get to say your vows in front of the people that you've invited, that's a family. So the guests in your sa inyong kasal is basically guests sila, and also at the same time they are witnesses, no. So ano, and then you'll be forming a family. So uh without a child daw, no, by by definition, you cannot be called a family. You would be called, excuse me, you would be called a couple, Pero lisod mo tawagon nga family without an offspring, whether it's adopted or by blood, like anak yun, no? So, we have a family of orientation refers to the family to which a person is born, dira kag ipanganak, and the family of procreation describes one that is formed through marriage. No, so kana. Di ba bali? Hello? So kana. Uh, sige. Let's go back. No? So, family of orientation and family of procreation. So, marriage patterns includes single parenting and cohabitation. No, when a couple shares a residence but not marriage, becoming more acceptable in recent years. No, so we have those. No, so the institution of marriage likely to continue, but some previous patterns of marriage will become outdated as new patterns emerge. No, so in the idea of marriage, before we go on, let me just state this that one of the benefits of marriage would be uh, the assurance towards the woman because it would always be the woman who bears the bigger responsibility labi na in forming the family labi na in her life in general, right? It's always the woman, it's always the woman who chooses kinsa yang minyoon or kinsa yang sugton. So might as well munang that's the answer nga ang babae ang panguyaban because mas dako ang mas bugat ang responsibility nila in terms of decision making labi na sa kung kinsa because they have to choose the right person, no? So inana, so that institution of marriage is likely to continue, yes, continue gina siya, di gina siya mawala. It will not be outdated, not in 100 years, but as we speak karon, the institution of marriage is attacked on many sides because of course liberated people would always find something as an alternative to marriage, such as civil union, why not, no? But then again, marriage will never be replaced by that, no? Even if you say pwede raman, yes, pwede ra mag kung if if that's one how open-minded you are, mag-live-in mo, fine, no? But then again, the assurance would not be there, no? The assurance to the woman would not be there. There are so many cases nga pwede ma-cite wherein lagi pwede lagi daw, but then again at the end of the road nagbulag sila. Where's the assurance da sa babae? And the answer is wala, right? Forms of marriage, we have monogamy and polygamy. So monogamy, of course, mono means isara, being married to only one person at one time, no? Polygamy, being married to more than one person at a given time. We have polygyny and polyandry. Polygyny refers to a man being married to more than one woman, and we have polyandry, wherein a woman being married to more than one man. Yes, na ay cultures nga ga use or ga utilize sa concept sa polyandry. That is if magkalisod na sila, or rather na ay scarcity in terms of anak, no, and women in the community. Residence and lines of descent. So when considering one's lineage, most people look to both their father's and mother's side. Both paternal and maternal ancestors are considered part of one's family. This pattern of tracing kinship is called bilateral descent. So ang duwa ang imuhang i-trace. Kinship or one's traceable ancestry can be based on blood, marriage, or even adoption. Unilateral descent refers to the tracing of kinship through one parent only, for whatever the reason is. So, three types of unilateral. We have patrilineal, sa papa ra imong i-trace nga line. We have the matrilineal, sa mother, and ambilineal, either. depending on the situation, which is more beneficial kana. Stages of family life, no? So we have the first stage would be marriage, family, time, or other stage. You would most likely be childless, no? But this time, muning gitawag sa Binisaya nga uyab-uyab nga stage sa managtiayon because wala pa sila anak and all their time belongs to each other. They're so sweet, honeymoon stage and all of those things. Travel goals, dira mahitabo na tanan. But sa procreation nga family or sa stage wherein nanay anak most likely so stage 2 there would be a shift in resources including time, right? From gikan sa laglaag mag-shift na towards that sa anak, lesser time outside, more restricted time both sa male and sa female, no? But most likely mas restricted ang babae because socially speaking ang babae gyud na ang dili man gyud ang babae ang mo bantay but rather bugat ang bugat ang judgment sa society when it comes to women. Wala ka bantay silang anak, right? So kana medyo, yes, medyo unfair, but that's the way of things, no? But then again, let me just put it on the table, not because it's the way of things muna gina siya. I do believe in the idea that women have the right to like just like the men, they have the right nga what do you call this, mag-pursue sa ilang own. No, anyway, so procreation family, preschooler family, ages 2.5 to 6. So this is a range mong good, an average. So preschooler family, you have your children, gaskwela na, lesser nga gasto sa diapers and baby stuff, but more gasto sa in terms of school, no. So at this stage nga hinahinay nagawas ang bata sa circle sa family, no. Ang young influence would be nagkagawas na school age 6 to 13 years old. Teenage family, at this stage medyo bumpy ang relationship sa parents ug sa anak because basically medyo bumpy po jud ang kaning stage, not only between the parent and the teenager but also the teenager himself or herself is having a hard time or is having a challenging time pag mold siyang own identity. So inana po. So launching family, children begin to leave home, manghawa ng mga bata sa balay, they would this is very western, right? Anyway, so launch family and then we have empty nest family wherein ang family the parents would be left sa ilahang balay and adult children have left home to form their own family. So the stages, variation in family life. We have yes, actually even in the idea bitaw of kanang mga lalaki get cheat with everything that's going on. Actually, that's according sa statistics, only 20% of couples only 20% of couples sa US gaka experience anang problema ng kabit and stuff, no. Still a huge majority of them di wala man sila ga problema na it's only because of the media nga na hype na siya nga concept na cheating and extramarital affairs. Single parenthood, no. Households are on the rise. Some live with their mother and some with their father. Some children also living with their single mother or father, also with a cohabitating partner of their parents. So single parent. It's a hard nga path to take, no, because it's never easy to raise a child alone. It's never easy. Cohabitation, kung sa Bisaya pa mag-live-in, Bisaya rather, in common term mag-live-in, no. So as I've said, no judgment on you, but technically wala assurance sa babae, no, and wala may assurance. So there's no vow, there's nothing. So mo po na siyang danger sa cohabitation, and it erodes the value of marriage sa society. Same-sex couples, no? So nag-grow na siya significantly with the rise of humanism sa societies, sa communities. So yes, with the rise of homosexuality also came the advent of same-sex couples. But sa Pilipinas walay tawag na ay same-sex couples, yes, but wala na legalized diri ang gitawag nga same-sex marriage, and I don't think it will happen in the next years or so. Staying single, celibacy, mo yung pinakalisod and pinaka actually isa rin sa pinakaisog nga decision that one has to take, no, so inana. Although both single men and women report social pressures to get married, women are subject to greater scrutiny. Why is that? Because of functionalism. Structural functionalism dictates that you take up your role, your bio, even your not only your social but your also your biological role. So inana sa society. So if you stay single, actually isa sa mga kwan is dili magkaanak, or rather di ka makaanak because you're single, and so mas dako ang pressure sa women on that part. Variation family kana single parent, lisod na single parent, staying single. So, challenges families face, we have the divorce, no. What causes divorce? Anyway, balik na to. Fairly common and accepted in modern American society. Oh, so the idea of divorce is a sad nga concept that sad siya that there has to be a divorce, no. But then again, even in other cultures nga conservative na ay divorce nga concept. So kana. But I don't think that personally, uh, if you give an option mo good, then it gives an alternative. Gets ninyo? Like two people getting married. If if you give the option of divorce, then it gives the alternative. Oh, this could this could fail, or rather, if this goes sour, I could always do this. And so mo po na siya sa divorce. Mo po na siyang naka-hard nga part sa divorce. What causes divorce? While more young people are choosing marriage, those who enter into the union do so with the expectation that it will last. A great deal of marital problems can be related to stress, especially financial, and this is true. Sa divorce, sa pinakadako nga factor ana would be ang financial nga stress. Remarriage would be second time around magminyo, no. Medyo di na jud kayo siya because the thought of remarriage would be then inyong edad would not be the same as when you got married, and then wala na kayo parental approval, and uh, wala na kayo gamay lang kay tabu because you're both considered adults naman good. So inana wala na siya labot ang assignment. Wala na siya labot ng assignment. Anyway, that's all. Hopefully klaro tanan. Okay, so bye.